welcome to the Sacred Water. For those of you that are new, welcome, welcome. My name is Cynthia, and for those of you that are coming back, welcome back. All of you are more than welcome to be here. This is a very open and sacred space for one and all to further along our path of spirituality. So today we're going to be tackling the readings for water. That's right. Last but not least in the series of the monthly series for these readings. So water is up next. I also wanted to mention that if you ever don't want to stick through the other ones and you just want to go straight to the one that you want to watch, it will be down below in the description box. I will have it, the timestamps on it. I still have not figured out how to do it on the bar itself, but it will be down below so you can go ahead and click on the reading that you are looking for. Also, if you are ever curious about the cards that I use for all these readings, I will always be listing, unless I completely forget, there will be the listing of cards that I use in the description box. So that being said, let's get right into it. Let's see, we have Cancer. What does Cancer need to know today? This one. So this is also a general reading, of course. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't for the next person to come along. It might belong to them, that particular part of the message. Also, this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So cross watchers are welcome. Also, if you're watching because it's that time of the year and those particular energies are going to be influencing no matter what, you never know, there might be something in there for you, so welcome for those as well. So what does Cancer need to know? Guides and spirits, please guide beautiful Cancer for this month of April. What do they need to know coming up? Oh, very nice. Holy Grail, inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. Beautiful. Love that energy. We also have, we have two. Lucky. Akashic Stargate, aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. I love these cards. They're absolutely beautiful, full of light. I am presence, light body activation, accessing the divine within. This is all very lovely energy. I think we're going to go one more. One more, gods and spirits, to guide beautiful Cancer on this month. Halls of Enmity, initiation, secrets revealed, treasure uncovered, initiations. Beautiful. Now, I already have an idea of where this is going, but I think I'm going to wait for the tarot cards before I connect to the final outcome of all this. So, let's see. These ones. Okay. I'm hearing be present in the moment. So maybe that's something for someone to hear out there, that they might have been a little too distracted with the day-to-day life. They're asking you to be a little bit more present. As much as it is possible, of course. So that you might be more aware of the things that are going around you, especially if there are messages that are coming in from the divine trying to guide you on your path. Also, it's always very nice to be rather present when you're sharing moments with your loved ones and your friends. Being present with them is to really enjoy their company, and they will love being paid attention to, especially if you haven't seen them for a while or you've been very busy, you know, that sort of thing. Just taking the time to really truly connect with those around you is rather important. So let's see where we're going. Gods and spirits, can you please guide beautiful Cancer? What is to come for them this month? This one. You've got the Hierophant. Like I said, I'm already getting a good idea of where we're going. 2 of Swords with confusion. Three of Swords with disappointment. What else do they need to know? Okay. We've got the Page of Wands with Adventure. Okay, too many. What else do they need to know? For their highest and greatest good, please guide Cancer on this month and always. We got the Knight of Swords. The Sun with clarity. Very nice. And we've got the King of Wands with leadership. Beautiful. Okay. Now the Knight of Cups with satisfaction. Very nice. Okay. So you have, according to this, you have been doing a lot of soul searching, a lot of trying to figure out who you are, and you have been encountering a lot of disappointment and confusion along the way. Sometimes trying to figure out who we are and what we want is not an easy road, but because it is difficult, it is worth doing. Because most of the time, those things that are difficult to do are the ones that are worth doing. And it is something that once we figure out who we are and what we want, it's then that we know which road that we need to take in order to be happy and fulfilled, and thus have enough in our cups to also have to give around, especially with our friends and loved ones. In order to find out more about that inner discovery that you're being asked to do right now, and in order to align with your purpose, you are definitely right now at a crossroads. You have had some sort of input from the divine, but I have a feel that you keep asking to be illuminated, to be guided, to have that moment of clarity, to have that download and have someone tell you where you need to go, what you want to do. And sometimes, especially when we are at our wit's end, that's what we tend to say. I wish somebody would tell me. or I wish somebody would have told me before how difficult this would be, and that kind of stuff. The spiritual path is very similar to the path of self-discovery. They go hand in hand. They're parallel roads that continuously touch each other, because discovering who you are is discovering what your path is. Discovering who you are will tell you what it is that you need to seek out in order to learn, to incorporate, in order to be able to receive the messages that you need to receive, and thus take the steps to forge your path if that's what you need to do, or walk a particular path that's already been made. So I am getting here with the Hierophant that it will be a good idea to take some time for yourself and really try to figure that out. Try different things, take courses, meditate, pray. If you need to as well, seek guidance and counseling from professionals. All of these things are going to be very good. A lot of people put a lot of stock on journaling. I've never been much of a journaler myself, so I can't really attest to it, but a lot of people swear by it. I have a hard time sometimes articulating verbally what it is that's going on in my head, that putting it into writing is just as hard sometimes for me. So I tend to gravitate towards art myself. Art therapy has been a very big one. In fact, I will be studying soon. I already have the courses all lined up for color therapy to incorporate that into my practice for myself and others. Already we know that things like colors have a very big impact in our psyche, and thus can transform our moods, our psychological chemistry in our brain, and thus affect a lot of things that we experience on our day-to-day. So take time to really go within, because that's where the answers are. Take time to figure out who you are, and see that the connection to the divine will be interior as well. So all of those answers that you've been seeking externally, you have to find within yourself in order to get that clear communication with the divine, for them to guide you into the rest of the steps for your path. During this process, you will find that a lot of things that you probably have forgotten about yourself will start to come out, and other things that you didn't even know about yourself will also be discovered. While you discover all of these, you're going to realize that you're much more complex and much more enlightened than you thought. There is a lot of light within you. I'm getting that is the moment that you realize that you yourself are divine as well, and that is why you will always have access to the other side. You will always have access to divinity. You will always have access to your spiritual team. You will always have access to your ancestors. All of those people that love you and only want the best for you are always there. But you can't always hear it when you're always wrapped up into the day-to-day. That's why we keep hearing focus and really be present in the moment. All of these little things will add up, and all of these things will lead to the discovery of who you are, and will help you into finding out what your path and your passions are, and thus start your new ventures. And this will happen very quickly. Once the pieces are all in place, it'll just go boom, 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 boom. You will know. Once once you've done the inner work, all of a sudden your purpose aligns with your inner energy. All of a sudden the path opens up and it becomes completely clear. Especially with the Sun card here. Clarity. That's what it says right there. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try to get it close. There we go. See? It says clarity. Can I get it to focus? I think I got it to focus. There. This, of course, will lead to a lot of satisfaction because there will be that sense of surety. I know who I am. I know where I'm going. There's a certain level of peace that comes in. There's a certain level of peace that comes in when we know all of these things about ourselves. There is no wrong path when we have done the inner work. There might be multiple paths to take, and you might want to take them all. Just do it one at a time. Like myself, I found that all to do with spirituality to me is the most interesting thing, and I want to take all of the courses. I want to know all of it, and incorporate that into my own way of seeing the world. I want to take as many courses as there are of different types of healing modalities there are. I am essentially a student of all of these things, and I am eternally fascinated by it all. But I take one and study it from A to Z as much as I can, and try to incorporate that and really understand it to really be able to use it on myself and share it with others. That leads us to the King of Wands. It's alive. This one is carrying a lot of energy with it. Definitely there is, you know, the King of Wands with leadership. Now, this tells me that, believe it or not, once you have established all of this, you are going to become a leader. You're going to have to step into that role in whichever way that means for you, in order to share the knowledge that you have gained, because knowledge for knowledge's sake is okay, but it means nothing and it does nothing if you don't share it with others. It just gathers dust. It is meaningless. So once you've gotten to the point where you know enough to share, then you're going to have to step up and share. We never stop learning. So you'll never be to the point of what I would call expert level, because once you've reached there, what else is there to do? To me, it's kind of like you reach the tippy top. There's nothing left to do. And to me, there is always something left to learn. There's always something left to discover, always something to reinterpret and re-examine. So, as I said, once you have learned enough to be able to share and be able to have a well-formed understanding of whatever it is that speaks to you and speaks to your heart and speaks to your purpose and is aligned with your mission on this earth, I was gonna say North Star, but your North Node. Good grief, it'll come out eventually. Any of those things that are aligned with your North Node definitely is something to explore and discover for yourself. And once all that happens, the light activation will occur, and it will probably be time to step into that leadership role and expand from there. So let's see what they want to say in closing. this one. A little bit of a few parting words for Cancer, please. Can you please guide them and give them advice for their highest and greatest good for what is to come in this month? Where we're going. What advice do you have for Cancer, please, for the month of April? Gods and spirits, please guide Cancer. Sacrifice, renunciation, offering, and letting go. Jealousy, envy, punishment, changing course. Transgression, flaws, contradiction, mistake. And one more. Call for help. Reach out, need for backup, admit your needs. Okay. Now, this might sound a little bleak, but I don't think it is. Especially when you're looking at the Three of Swords with disappointment and the Two of Swords with confusion. You have a feeling that you've been sacrificing a lot of yourself, a lot of your time, and a lot of pursuits that have not led to the answers that you have wanted. This has led you to moments of envying others for what they have and for, you know, what you lack. Instead of seeing what you do have, they are encouraging you to change course with the Hierophant and the Holy Grail. Looking into yourself in order to, I wouldn't say correct, although that might be something that you might be feeling, correcting a mistake or a transgression that you have done in the past by choosing things that probably weren't in alignment with your true purpose. But I think you got to forgive yourself because you were operating within the frame of the information that you had at hand at that point. You weren't ready yet to open up to your spiritual path, to really find out who you truly are. It is all of these things that have transpired and you have gone through that have really put you in the position that you are now, where you are open to look within yourself. It's not an easy thing to really look at yourself in the mirror and really try to see your true self. It's not easy to look within to find the answers. You have to have walked a certain amount of your path in order to realize that the answers lie within. And the answers lie with getting to know yourself. So give yourself a little bit of slack. Just, you know, give yourself grace and really realize that you have walked a long path already. And all of these things will be useful tools that you have learned that will help you in the understanding of what it is that you will find when you look within. And call for help. Like I said, if you need to get advice from a therapist, a psychologist, or simply go for different types of therapies. These might help, especially when it comes to the anxiety that some of these things can provoke within us. Sometimes it's not enough to do the shadow work or the journaling or, you know, the paint therapy and that kind of stuff. Also, nobody is going to intercede in your path unless you ask for help. So if you're needing an extra hand, don't be afraid to call in divinity. Don't be afraid to call in your spirit guides, your angels, whomever it is that you usually commune with on the other side of your spiritual team. They're there to help. They are always ready when you call on them. So all you have to do is call out and tell them, I need help with this. I can't really cope on my own. Can you please help me and guide me for the best so that I know where I need to head? Do I need to get a therapist that will help me sort of go within and really break things down in order for me to understand myself? Then you ask for them to give you a clear sign, and they will give it to you. They will point it out. If you ask for it to be blatant and obvious, they will gladly do it too. So, that being said, don't hesitate to call on your spiritual team. Take some time to go within. Be present in the moment. Really look into yourself, because your answers are within. And just keep on doing it. And clarity will come. Clarity will come. And so will satisfaction and happiness. Self-fulfillment. Well, that's all I have for you today, Cancer. I hope that resonated with you and that it helped you in your spiritual path, even if it was just a little bit today, and give you a little bit of clarity and answers. Like I said, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you have resonated with me, share with others so that we can build this community together, and leave a comment down below. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate. I am also always open to constructive criticism, because what I've been doing this for a while. I am new to doing this on camera, so there's still a lot of things that I need to learn. So pointers are always good, and I am quite happy to receive them and incorporate those as I go. So I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a blessed April, and I will see you on the next one, I hope. Blessed be. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome in. I hope you're having a great day today. Today I will be doing your reading, and I hope that it will resonate with you. Please remember that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest for the next person to whom it might pertain their message. This is for rising sun, moon, and Venus. And if they're cross watchers, you're welcome as well. Or if you're watching because it's that time of the year and it's that particular energy, you're welcome as well. There might be something in the message that is for you as well. So that being said, let's go right into your reading, Scorpio. This is for the month of April, but of course these are timeless, so we shall see where we go. Gods and spirits, can you please guide Scorpio for the month of April? What do they need to know? What do they need to know? Going Scorpio. Okay. Love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. Beautiful. What else does Scorpio need to know right now, gods and spirits? Ask for help. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. Interesting. And this one. Be willing to express love. Express love to receive love. Okay. Getting one last one. They're wanting me to draw one more for you, Scorpio. What else does Scorpio need to know? Please guide them for their highest and greatest good. This one. Physical touch. A tender touch can mean so much. Very nice. Now, don't mind my hands. They have not been the most cooperative today, and these are huge. Okay. I'm going to wait for the tarot to connect to your reading. This one. Okay, gods and spirits. What does Scorpio need to know for the month of April? Okay, Two of Wands. What does Scorpio need to know? The Hierophant. The Five of Wands. The Ace of Cups. The Sun. What else does Scorpio need to know for this month, gods and spirits? Please guide them for their highest and greatest good. Temperance. Two of Swords. And one more. Strength. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting the sense that some of you out there have been sort of blocking the idea of having a relationship at this time. Maybe because you have gone through a breakup, as you see it relatively recently. It might not have been recent, but it might feel still recent to you. There's a sense of just completely blocking the idea of relationships altogether. But I think that you are also blocking yourself out from meaningful relationships that are not necessarily to do with a life partner, not necessarily to do with romantic love. So by cutting yourself off from the other, I think that I'm getting the impression that you're accidentally cutting yourself off from love from friends and family. And I don't think that this is something that you have meant to do. I think that this has probably been a slow and gradual sort of distancing yourself from others, to the point where the idea gives you internal conflict and turmoil. There's definitely an internal turmoil coming in when it comes to relationships. And you are not conscious about this. I feel that this is in the subconscious, that you are sort of blocking yourself from this. With this, love is all around you. Simply acknowledge this as truth. I think that you have to start to consciously thinking about the fact that there is love to be had that is not necessarily romantic, and that real love is not a bad thing. Is not the one that's going to be the cause. There is a certain level of insecurity I feel about your choices, which is really odd because I find, in my experience, Scorpios tend to be very decisive and very clear about things. But there is this sense of, I have made many mistakes in the past when it comes to relationships, and I do not trust myself to make the right one and see the warning signs before I get too entrenched in something, so I'm going to cut it all off. But it's kind of like cutting your nose despite it all. So I think you might need help from someone to sort of start really understanding, truly understanding the differences, and really understanding what it is that you were doing to attract the negative sort. Because unfortunately, everything is energy. There was something that was out of alignment that was attracting the negative sort or the wrong sort into your life. I mean, you have suppressed this to the point where it is very hard to express, for you to express that you love someone, family, or even friends, to the point where some of you might have issues with merely just holding a hand or tapping someone on the shoulder or caressing their head. So I think part of your spirit is crying out for that, whether it was due to that or simply to do with some of the world events that has led you to be a little bit more remote than you usually would have been. I think right now you are at the threshold, at the crossroads, where it is, Spirit is telling you right now, as spring is coming into full bloom, in a few places, like around here, we just got rid of the last of the snow, so there's just tiny little bit of the bulbs peeking through. No tulips yet or anything like that, but as the weather starts turning warmer, there is this feeling of, I want to go out, I want to start experiencing the world again, and I want to be more social. But you're going to have to first go within. I think you're going to have to go within for a little bit, or first go within to really understand, where does the turmoil come in. And once you have figured out what the root cause of it is, then find someone to help you through it. Some sort of teacher, maybe a friend, and sort of sit down with them and tell them what has been going through your mind when it comes to this, And you never know, they might have a few words words of advice that really might sparkle and light something up in your mind and really click it in. With the Ace of Cups, I have a feeling that what might transpire is that there's going to be an internal look at how you feel about yourself, how you talk to yourself, and how you give yourself love. Are you kind to yourself? I have a feeling you haven't been very generous with yourself. You haven't been giving yourself grace for some of the stuff that has happened in your past. But I do believe that you're in that, like I said, you're at the crossroads where you are starting to feel that need to reach out, become more social, become more open to interpersonal interactions. I would suggest, reaching out to friends and family. If you have pets, spend a bit more time with them. All of these things will help you in terms of energy to really understand love in its most basic form, and understand that they love you for a reason. And what is that reason? Because you're a beautiful person inside and out. So be kind to yourself. Love yourself first. Find out what love means to you. Is it right now, do you just want to experience love with your family and your friends? And then eventually move on, and maybe you might be ready for a new relationship with a significant other. Just take your time. Make sure that you are looking within. Make sure that you're loving yourself first, and so everything will be aligned after that. And that's what I get with this Sun. Once you've done that work and you have really started seeing yourself for how beautiful and just an awesome person you are, that's why you have so many people that love you, all those friends and family. Everybody's got someone, even if it's just a pet. And if you look in their eyes when they're just looking at you, you will see pure love. And you will see yourself reflected in them. You will see what it is that they see when they look at you. And you will know this is why they love you, and this is why you should love yourself. This is the moment where alignment happens. This is the moment where you heal. This is the moment where you balance everything out and you're cleansed. There is going to be a definite cleansing of all those negative thoughts that you've had about yourself. This is something that you don't see currently, but I have a feeling that this is going to fall off your eyes and you will be able to see it. All it takes is courage to take the first step. Like I said, it's not always easy to look at yourself, but I think that it is totally worth it. Because I think that a lot of you Scorpio out there, according to this energy, you are starting to feel that need to reach out and reconnect with people. The world's events have left us a little bit weary about connecting with others, being in the same space with them. There is that little bit of lingering fear sometimes as well. But I think we can move forward and we can move through it. Move past it and really start reviewing where our fears lie within ourselves, start being gentler and more loving towards ourselves, and things will start aligning. So let's see what advice Spirit has for you to close out the reading. What does Scorpio need to know for this month? Gods and spirits, please guide them for their highest and greatest good. Adjustments are required. Yeah. So adjustment in the way you see yourself, and understanding that there are more types of love out there, and you just have to start with loving yourself. That's the first adjustment that needs to happen. Communication is key, absolutely. One needs to communicate with those that we love, to express your love for them. Your hard work is paying off. So keep working on yourself, because you'll be able to move on from this, whatever it is, this inner conflict, to a place where you are loving yourself, and everything will start clicking into place. Your energy will change from one that is not the most positive about yourself and others, to a place where there is going to be love coming into your life in many different ways. And there will be happiness and fulfillment from there. So your hard work is paying off. Just keep at it, Scorpio. That's all I've got for you today, Scorpio. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please consider subscribing, ringing the notification bell so that you are notified when a new one comes up. And leave a comment down below. If you have any questions, please, by all means, leave it down below, and I will get to it as soon as I can. And share this video if you found it to be helpful, so that we can start growing this community one person at a time. So thank you very much for listening to your reading, and I hope this helped you on your path today. I hope you have a blessed day, a blessed April, and blessed be. Hello, Pisces, and welcome. This is your reading for April. Remember that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else to whom it might pertain. Also, this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. But if you're watching because it is that time of the year and you want to know what the energies are doing in that particular sign on that particular time of year, you are more than welcome. Maybe there's something in the message that is for you as well. So that being said, I welcome you all in, and we'll get into the reading. So, what does Pisces need to know today for this month of April? Gods and spirits, please guide beautiful Pisces for their highest and greatest good. What do they need to know? What does Pisces need to know? Please, gods and spirits, guide them for their highest good. Work through your fears. What else do they need to know? A fiery climax approaches. Luck is on your side. Very nice. And I'm being guided to one more. Emotions are running high. Very interesting. Okay, I'm going to wait to connect to your message until after the tarot has been done, so that I get a better, clearer picture of your reading. What does Pisces need to know? the month of April. So I just wanted to let you know, guys, that pretty soon we're going to be having the first of the series of spiritual discussions. And a little heads up, it's all to do with the phases of the moon and manifestations. So that will be interesting and fun to look into. I know that there's a lot of different ways of doing it, and this is just some of the ones that I have found that resonate the most with me. I know that there's a lot of people out there that talk about it in a specific way, but I have found that those ways don't actually resonate with me in my practice. So I figured that it might be useful information to bring to the table and have a discussion on it. So, Pisces, let's get on with your reading. Two of Swords. Okay. The Seven of Swords. The Three of Pentacles. Let's see, what else does Pisces need to know today? The King of Pentacles. Now, I want to start by saying that I know these cards are a little spooky, but I have found that they are very good when it comes to emotions, especially if we're dealing with a lot of things that, stuff that we fear, or emotions that are so buried deep down that we don't even know that they're there, or we can't even acknowledge them. So I have found that these have been very good at reading that sort of thing. So I just wanted to state that because I know, I understand they're kind of creepy. Five of Pentacles. Okay. What else do they need to know? Pisces. The Ace of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Two of Wands. And I'm hearing one more. Okay, let's do one more then. This one. This star. Lovely. Okay, and the overall energy is the Ace of Cups. So we're just going to take it and put it on the side. Very nice. Okay. So I am getting, with this work through your fears and emotions running high, there is a situation right now that has you completely tied up. It is not allowing you to see further than the most immediate emotions. So you're not being able to really be able to project how the outcome is going to be, and what are you going to be able to do about it then. There has been a lot of issues with communication with the Five of Pentacles. I don't usually see it that way, but I have with this one in particular, it's telling me that there have been problems with communication, and there has been a what would be the word? Satisfaction is not quite it. And there's been disappointing communication. So where you have thought that this person should have been able to communicate certain things in a particular way, they have been completely frustrating you. There has been a complete and total frustration with the whole thing. You keep trying to work together with this person, but there is something that is blocking them. I have a feeling, especially with the Seven of Swords, that you're going to have to find a workaround. There's going to have to be a workaround to understand not only the situation and try to move it forward, but there is definitely going to be a need to I don't want to say work behind their back, because that's not what this is saying, but you're going to have to sort of force the issue a little bit. The workaround I am feeling is definitely going to have to be some sort of digging out the true reason for it. Either this is to do with a divorce and they are trying to muddy the waters and drag out the situation as long as possible so that you are there longer and hoping for a reconciliation. That is really not going to happen. Or this is a project and there's a person that has been unwilling to cooperate, probably for reasons of they see it as their project, their baby, and they want it in a particular way, and they feel that if they give in to some of your demands, that it no longer is theirs and it will be out of their hands, and it will no longer be what they wanted it to be, what they had envisioned it to be from the beginning. There are many different things what this situation could be, so it'll resonate as it'll resonate with you. There is a sense of, once you've figured out what it is that you need to figure out for the workaround and you present it to them, they will then see the other side of the coin. They will start seeing it from your point of view, and it will no longer have this divide between you two. This will then definitely heal that particular relationship, and then there will be more of this, more cooperation and working together. Whatever this situation is, it's going to take some ingenuity to get it going. But I do feel that you find a way around, you find the workaround, you find the information that is going to sort of grease the crank to get it to go in the direction it needs to go. And you will find, you will find common ground with this person, and this will then align your interests in moving in the same direction. whatever this situation is, it will become easier once you find the root of the problem. What is it that is causing this block in cooperation and this frustration in terms of the communication between you two? Definitely, with luck on your side, you will find it, and it'll probably feel like it was a shot in the dark, but you will have found what it is, and there will definitely be an interesting climax to this, especially with the Ace of Cups here. So if this is someone you're working with, then there's definitely going to be lots of rewards coming in from this project. Once it culminates, there will be rewards for this kind of achievement. If it's an increase in salary, or, you know, awards, whatever that may be, it will bear fruit with the King of Pentacles here. It will turn a person that seems frustratingly illogical to someone who is quite even keeled and dependable. If this is to do with love and it's not a divorce, then there is a possibility of someone who was denying themselves the possibility of a relationship. There will be a turnaround, and a relationship will then ensue, and a very happy one and a very good one, because from a frustrating communication to cooperation and actively a healed relationship, it could pertain to anything. So take it as it resonates with you. But whatever this is, there's going to be a happy ending for you, whatever that may be in your case. But while right now you're not seeing the end of it, you're not seeing the end of the light at the end of the tunnel, you're not seeing how you're going to be able to have a work around this situation, something is going to come to you. Like I said, it feels like a shot in the dark. It feels like a lucky strike. It feels like you just stumble across this. But it's important information that is going to allow you to understand where it is that they're coming from, and understand why they have been putting up all the blocks. It's going to completely open up once you have that workaround. It's a strategic move, but it will definitely bridge the gap between you two. There will be a complete and total understanding, and there won't be any more this divide between you two. So whatever this is, don't give up just yet. I know that there is this fear of it's not going to happen and tempers are flaring, but I do think that you will be able to resolve this, and I do believe it's going to happen pretty quickly. But let me just get a little bit of clarification in terms of that. Oh, okay. 2 of Cups. Give or take 2 weeks. Page of Cups. Feels like within a week you're going to get the first hint of where to go find this information, and within 2 weeks you'll be able to get that done. You'll be able to find what it is that you need in order to have the workaround. All right, now let's get some closing messages for you. Pisces, very interesting reading. Very interesting reading. So don't despair. The answers are coming. The answers are definitely coming. So what parting messages do you wish to give Pisces for this month? What advice do they need for this month, gods and spirits? What does Pisces need to know in order to solve this dilemma, shall we say, in the best possible manner? Hunter, aggression, tracker, provider. Very good. Okay, not that one. This one. Call for help, reach out, need for backup, admit your needs. Okay. What else do they need to know, gods and spirits? Guide beautiful Pisces for their highest and greatest good. Okay. Interesting. Okay, for those of you that this pertains to a potential significant other, I do believe that there is going, once all of this is settled, there will be a lasting relationship with this person, with love conquers all, enduring loyalty, eternal love, and lasting commitment. So there is going to be a beautiful relationship that comes out of this. It might even be a great story to tell the rest of the family. With seduction, allure, and desire, and manipulation, I have a feel that they are trying to manipulate the situation at this point, as we had suggested, and they're trying to put all the blocks in order to fend you off. It's in order to protect whatever it is that they're guarding, that you're going to find out, and that will help. Once you find out, it will help the situation. You're going to be able to track this down with the hunter. You will definitely track down the information that you need, but you're going to have to call someone, call for help. So the information is, at least the hint will come from someone else. The part of the information will come from someone else. Someone that knows this person. So you're going to have to enlist the help of someone in order to get the answers that you're seeking. But once you do, there is going to be a healing that goes on. Definitely a healing in terms of the communication and the cooperation and the relationship itself. There will no longer be this divide. Your purposes will align, and you will be able to move forward on the same page. So I know tempers might be flaring right now, and your emotions might be running high, and there might be this fear of not knowing what to do and not being able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I do suggest that you start talking with someone of confidence that knows this person, and tell them about what has been going on. Be tactful, of course. I mean, we are dealing with someone's personal information. but I think it will be necessary to take it out of the dark and into the light for this person to start healing, for this person to start moving in the right direction. I'm hearing you're the catalyst for their growth and their healing. You are the catalyst. Well, I hope that resonated with you, Pisces. I hope that you enjoyed your reading, or that it helped you on your day, or illuminated a little portion of your path. If you enjoyed what you have seen, please consider subscribing and ringing the notification bell so that it tells you every time I upload a new video. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, thumbs down if you didn't. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below in the comments, in the comment box, and I will get to them as soon as I can. And please, if you think someone would benefit from this information, please share it, and let's start building this community one person at a time, so that we can be there for each and every one in their spiritual path and help each other out, because sometimes this is a rather difficult and lonely path to take, and if we can reach out and hold the hand of someone who is walking the path along with us, then we will be much richer for it. So that being said, I hope you have a blessed day, a lovely April. I hope to see you on the next one, and blessed be.